Hello, everyone. Welcome to 10 Dead Rats, an old school OD&D and Warhammer Fantasy mashup. Thank you all for joining us. It's very brief announcements. If you didn't know, there is a lovely company called Tabletop Events that operates some software that runs a lot of local conventions around here, from TotalCon to GaryCon. They do all the online organization badge sales, etc., and they are in mortal peril currently. They're holding a virtual online convention at the end of May as a means of raising funds to keep the company afloat. It's called Con of Champions, and I highly recommend anyone who's interested in such things check it out. Buy a badge if you can, host an event, do whatever you can for them, because I would love to see them continue on. I think a lot of conventions would have a lot of trouble without them. So, that is my announcement for the evening. Otherwise, I think we are ready to get started. Does anybody else have anything else for us tonight? Nope. Okay, great. Well then, let's get rolling into tonight's exciting episode of 10 Dead Rats.
That far.
I had to wave to them to say goodbye. I love you, family. Good night.
Oh, your husband calls you mom too. Nice.
Only in the bed.
I think that possibly our mics were hot during that. That's great.
That's hilarious.
Oh. Yeah, that checks out.
Something odd happened there. Usually I can't hear you guys when that's going on, and I could hear you all, so that's hilarious.
Probably it was
You're
just...
welcome. Yeah. Great. So, last week... live broadcast, super fun.
I know, I'm sorry. Welcome to the pandemic, everyone. I'm a mother. Congratulations to my life. This is my living room.
Last week, our stalwart adventurers made it to Bogenhofen and fested it up. They vegged all the way. Indeed.
Shopped till we dropped.
Yep, they had a very nice meal at the Golden Trout, where they heard all the locals talking excitedly about the Schaffenfest that was about to begin, the 3-day festival taking place here in Bogenhofen that features a variety of delights, including a joust and market and a livestock auction and a freak show, and all kinds of other good, exciting things. And the group could not contain their excitement and immediately ran off to go check it out. So they got rooms that night at the closest inn they could to the festival itself. Paid a pretty penny for it to stay at the journey's end, and then went off to enjoy the festival, where Bruno met a competent physician and immediately fell head over heels.
Yeah.
And a woman and a halfling.
A rare combination.
It was an amazing combo that delighted and confused Bruno. Bruno, your camera, I think, is a little out of focus for some reason, so if there's anything you can do to address that, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Is that better?
That's perfect. Great.
They're putting your haircut closer to the camera.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep. Treviano was able to purchase a new birdcage for her small friend, his small friend. And Indigo lost some money at the Cups and Balls game. And Yeffy...
very good at the game.
Encountered a dwarf who appeared to be a helper at the freak show, and earned herself a free ticket.
I've got a golden freak ticket. And I got dumped, kind of. Not really. I don't know how that works.
Some odd relationship shenanigans are afoot, it would appear.
We all agreed we didn't like labels.
Right.
The setup in the beginning.
So the group has managed to reconvene in the busy section around late afternoon in the first day of the Schaffenfest. The fair is really starting to pick up now. Crowds, you're finding yourselves standing amongst a bustling crowd with a variety of people, from richly dressed nobles making their way to the lists to watch the exciting jousts to come, to the lowliest beggars working the crowd as best they can. You see fortune tellers, you see jugglers, you see merchants of all sorts hawking their wares. At one point, you pass a makeshift court, it would seem, where a variety of the watch seem to be posted, and a makeshift table has been set up where it appears some type of lawmaker is quickly adjudicating whatever occurrences happen at the festival itself to keep the wheels of justice moving while the masses visit the festival.
That's incredible.
Yeffy, you happen to notice they actually even have a set of stocks set up, and you notice a very red-faced dwarf in one of the stocks. Actually, only the second dwarf that's really caught your eyes amongst this crowd of largely humans, a few halflings here and there.
It's a different dwarf.
It is a different dwarf, not the same dwarf that you saw before.
God, what are the odds?
I know, right? Well, we don't all know each other.
Nope, but you had mentioned you were keeping your eye out for other dwarves, so
Yes.
you see that poor, unfortunate-looking fellow hanging from the stocks, his head kind of hanging, and looking very red in the face.
I'll go up to him. Maybe I'll buy a sausage or something for him. You know, some kind of mutton.
You buy a sausage from a nearby salesman for a penny, and God knows what's in it. And you head on over to the stocks where you see this fellow. He looks up at you, kind of a little bleary-eyed as you approach, and he, oh, why, you're the most beautiful dwarf I've ever seen.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Oh my,
that's
what
kind.
a vision! Is that sausage for me?
This sausage was intended for you.
He opens his mouth because, of course, his hands are in the stocks and he can't feed himself.
Oh, I picked the wrong meat. Here you go.
He greedily chomps it down. Oh, thank you, my lady dwarf. It's so good to see others of our ilk. Could you possibly see your way to pay my fine and release me from this dreadful state? I would be forever in your debt.
1 second. I don't know what you're in for, buddy. First, we gotta, share some names. What got you in this state here?
I'm Grunny. And you, as he speaks to you, Yeffy, the incredibly strong alcoholic odor wafts from his face in your direction.
So this is a different dwarf named Grunny?
The other dwarf was... Oh, I'm sorry. No, I've misread the name.
It's okay. We all have the same
They're all
name.
named Ronnie.
Nope, nope.
Yeah.
Nope, I've just got the wrong page open.
It's kind of like biblical names. Everyone's named John.
His name is actually
Paul.
Gottry. It's very close to Grunny. Gottry.
I'm just gonna call him Grunny.
Heard it here first, folks.
Can't call all dwarves Grunny.
No, I call the lady dwarves Yeffy and the male dwarves Grunny.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. Right, so... Oh, okay. I think you know why you're here.
Please, my darling, couldn't you see your way to rescuing a a poor fellow dwarf who's down on his luck.
Well, so what do you do around here?
I'm here for the festival. It's lovely. Have you been to the beer tents? There's so many kinds.
Like 31 flavors.
Hence of beer.
Beer, lots of beer. Yeah. So, what did you like puke in someone's boot, or did you just do something
I would
terrible?
never do anything so crash. They said it was public drunkenness, but everyone in the beer tent's drunk and it's public. I don't understand. The laws here, the human laws, make no sense.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true. That's super strange. Well, let me see what I could do. So you don't have any money for your own bail, I take it.
Oh no, I don't.
No.
I spent it all at the beer tent.
That checks out.
Check. It's too bad. It's too bad for you. Yeah. Let me go find someone. Paul, is there an official or someone?
Yeah, there's a variety of. You notice a couple watchmen in liveried watchmen standing around nearby, and then there's a table where you can see an older graybeard gentleman in official-looking robes who's got a stack of papers in front of him, and he seems to be sort of processing whatever issues come up during the course of the fair. You're not sure if you want to like go and pester him, but certainly. There's certainly other watchmen standing around that you could easily ask a question to.
Okay. I'll go up to one of the watchmen.
Okay. Yeah. You walk just a few steps over and approach one of the watchmen, and he looks at you. Yes? Can I help you?
Hi,
Give
good
case-
sir. Well, I've just noticed that my uncle over here is in stocks. And I'm just wondering about perhaps how he got there and what his price is for letting him out of here so that he can go back to his family and sober up.
He just leans over to the table, picks up a stack of papers, and quickly rifles through them. And he goes, Gottfried Gunnison, public drunkenness, a night in the stocks or Carl. Do you wish to pay his fine?
Carl, for public drunkenness.
He was causing quite a nuisance at the beer tent, according to this.
Because he kept drinking.
I'm sorry?
Because he kept drinking at the beer tent.
Yes, and bothering the other festival goers, begging for money, demanding free beer. Yeah. Well, he can stay in the stocks and sober up, or you could pay his fine if you were willing to take charge of him. Up to you.
If I take charge of him and he gets drunk later in the day, does he just go back in the stocks?
Probably.
I got dumped, I think. Let's do it.
You hand him the Carl.
I had him the Carl.
Wow.
Shh, guys, do you not remember how much jewels I just spent, or not spent, but sold? And I gotta.
Oh yeah,
No,
it's just
I
good,
don't
that's
remember.
He takes your Carl and he looks over to younger watchman. He says, "You two, open up the stocks. Let that door free." Oh, yes, sir. They walk over and they unlock the stock, and Gottfried slumps out of the stock, and he comes over to you and he gives you, or attempts to give you, a big hug. Oh,
that's okay. That's
thank
okay,
you.
buddy.
Oh, you kind of hold your hand out and kind of, what's
Go
your
ahead.
name, my dear, my savior?
Deborah.
Deborah. Yes. Well, Deborah, we should celebrate. Let's go to the beer tent and have a drink.
I think we should hold off on
Oh.
that right now, because they just kicked you out of there, and they might just put you back in the stocks, and then I'm not going to help you.
No, that would be bad. Who are these people?
Oh. Right, we're also here.
Gaffy, did you just let that guy go?
Are you sure
Yeah.
this is the way you want
Because
to?
he seems really drunk.
Yeah, he's a
You
bit drunk.
seem really drunk. little
Mm.
person.
This is my new
Yeah.
friend.
Wow.
Huh. So is he coming to the freak show with us, or?
That's
Do
where
you
we're
want to be
going.
in the freak show?
Yeah, you want to go to a freak show?
Is it near the beer tents?
Guy's a
Yes.
real winner.
Is it?
You're not sure. You didn't notice any beer tents when you were over there, but you were
It
definitely.
definitely is.
I'm sure there's
I'm
a
pretty
beer
sure.
tender guy just walking around giving out beer. You know, the
Really?
beer tender?
Let's
Probably.
go.
Sure. Okay, great. Got any money? Probably not.
No, if I did, I would have paid my fine.
I don't think you could afford your fine. Do you know any of the Grinsenwald dwarves by any chance, bud?
The yeah, they have a mine down near the Black Peaks. Yes,
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah?
It's stuffy.
Oh, stuffy.
Good beer
Why don't we,
though. Good brewers among them, I think.
why are we talking about dwarf mines?
Oh, it's that back history stuff you hate so much.
What? No, I don't hate it. I just don't, look, I've had a lot of temporary companions. I try not to get to know people too well to reduce the suffering I feel when they are dying,
Ah.
which I think I've done pretty admirably in this group. I think none of us have a significant personal relationship. Right? Yeah?
Hey,
Huh?
I've heard the freak show has a 3-legged bird, and isn't that just great?
Are you
We
kidding
should
me?
go look at that.
That does sound pretty good. That's one leg more than they usually have, so...
That's a lot of legs.
Yeah.
Maybe it could
We're-
inspire Salty to such a level.
Is it like...
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
We gotta go check it out.
What is the... Is it on its wing?
I
That'd be
haven't-
pretty cool.
I haven't
yeah.
seen the bird.
The dwarf is now peering at the bird in the cage and going, "Doesn't that one have 3 legs?"
That one actually has 4.
Does it?
Yes.
Does your bird have 3 legs?
I think
Now it's 4.
Trebiano is briefly fooled by this and looks down to confirm that his bird doesn't have more than 2 legs, and he's like, no, we're fine. Don't scare me like that.
Alright, look. Let's go to the freak show. I don't know why we're trailing around the drunk dwarf, but... Not you, Yeffy, the other one.
I'm not drunk.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Listen, you pipsqueak. I could drink you under the table any day.
You probably could.
I believe he could drink me.
Yeah. Whole.
Yeah.
It's a bet.
What?
Let's go.
Is it a bet?
He starts stumbling
Let's
and around.
bet
Neither
who
should have
can
money.
watch the freak show. I have money. Yeah.
Oh, that's,
Look at all this.
that's
Oh,
Indigo's money.
That's more coins than I gave you. How
Well, I
did you
got
get
change.
more in your mouth? Oh.
I mean, I got change, so these are
And
shillings
you put them in
now.
your mouth?
It's so I don't want to get pickpocketed.
Well, hey,
The
you can't say he
ancient,
doesn't learn.
the ancient people use this technique. Oh,
People. Couldn't have lived to be that ancient. Shall we go to the festival?
Let's
yeah,
go.
let's go to the freak show.
yeah.
Show me some freaks.
All right, you head in the direction of the freak show tent. As you get close, you can hear the voice of the man who runs it booming out across. Roll up, roll up! You will witness the most original and astounding display of zoological curiosities ever placed on
Yeah.
exhibition in the entire length and breadth of this glorious empire. Roll up, buy your tickets here. Enter the tent and see the strangest, most incalculable, most bizarre things you have ever seen.
I've
Yeah.
seen some weird stuff. All right.
Let us buy our
Who's got
ticket.
the ticket? Oh, we already have the ticket.
I have a ticket.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
as
yeah,
you
It's a group ticket, I assume.
I'm gonna sneak down into the backpack.
Yeah.
In the backpack, and I'm gonna hand him the ticket.
Hop on pop, kiddo.
Excellent,
Nice.
excellent. So as
Stay
you
very
as you
still.
approach, a little bit of a crowd is milling. You can see now that they've set up a huge tent around, sort of up against one of the walls of the city. Right, if you recall, the whole festival is actually outside the bounds of the city. And this spot seems to be built right up against one of those curtain walls. But they've built up these sort of big tent walls, apparently to sort of keep prying eyes out and make sure that everybody pays their ticket to come in and see the freaks within. You can see they've kind of moved their two carts, their two wagons, sort of side by side to form another partial wall that some of this canvas is hung from to block people out. And you can see a big banner hangs across from one end of one wagon all the way to the other end of the other one, and it says Dr. Malthusius's Zoocopia.
Thought it might.
Yeah. And there's a small gap, just wide enough to admit like one person, sort of the flap held back by this man with this big waxed mustache and a bright clothing, and he's holding back the flap, and he's taking money from people and taking tickets from those who have it, and just continuing to bark out to people, "Marvel at the myriad of malformities! Misbegotten things whose very existence defies nature!"
Let's go in so we don't hear this man anymore.
Alliteration. Yeah.
Excellent. Treviano, you walk up and you hand him the ticket. Yeffy, roll me an agility test. Let's see how well. And you can use your contortionist bonus.
It's 14.
14. You collapse yourself down inside the pack. You remain still as you hear Trebbiano. You hear the man's voice get very close, and Trebbiano, you pass the ticket. Enter, enter! And you walk right in, no problem. Bruno, you walk up next, and he says, "Ah, have you a ticket, my young, my halfling friend?"
Oh no, I'm a human child.
Ah,
This is my dad?
What?
well,
He's got my ticket. Right, Dad?
We need to buy tickets.
Tuppence for the lad and sixpence for you, sir.
Great. Here's eight pence.
Excellent. Enter, enter. You will be amazed and astounded.
Sucker.
You will never see the like again, even if you live to 100 years.
Which I plan to. 100 human years. All right, in we go.
You enter the tent, and you can see now, it's not completely clapped over on the top. There are open gaps that let sun into this space. Basically forms a semicircle where there are about 3 or 4 rows of benches in a semicircle around, all facing towards the wall, and you can see a variety of crates and cages stacked in the back, and you can see that dwarf Yeffy that you saw before kind of moving around. Many of them, the cages are draped with cloth, and he's going around and sort of peeking at each one and checking them and sort of apparently making sure that everything's ready for the show. The crowd
happened to
starts
that
to
other
filter
dwarf?
in.
The drunk?
Yeah.
I forgot about Gautry.
Dwarves.
I forgot about Gautry. In fact, you hear a ruckus at the door. "I'm sorry, sir, you cannot enter without a ticket or paying your way. But my friends is in there. Oh, let me through."
Don't worry, Dad. I got this one. I'll go and pay for Rachi.
Okay,
Rungy.
excellent. He demands a
Yeah.
sixpence from you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Ow.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
repulsive. Thank you, my
It's
lad.
to stop pickpockets.
Of course it is.
Well, you know to pick mouths, right?
The dwarf kind of leans heavily on your shoulder, Bruno, and he looks at you and he says, "We could have bought so many beers with that. Are you sure this is worth it?"
honestly, I'm not. But it is what's happening. So.
He leans on you, and the two of you kind of
Oh, good.
walk
Perfect.
over.
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
great. Yep.
Yeah, and his foul breath reeks of beer and vomit.
Effie, I paid for your boyfriend to get in.
He's not my boyfriend, he's my uncle.
Could you get him just off? Okay. There we go.
Where do you situate yourself?
I want a front row seat.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
No.
I want to be
This is
right
a
up.
terrible
I want to
idea.
see all the weird stuff.
Okay, great.
Go.
The five of you grab seats right up at the front.
I am the furthest from dwarf as possible.
Excellent.
What's his name?
Gottry.
Sure.
Gotry.
It's Gottry.
I'm gonna call him Boozer. That's his name now. I don't want to be close to Boozer.
Okay. That's Gottry. Okay, so the show begins. Finally, people filter in. The rows of seats fill. There's a low murmur as people are talking, and finally, the gentleman walks into the center of the stage, conveniently right where a shaft of light is coming through an opening in the canvas above his head, sort of lighting him. And he says, "Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Malthusius's Zoocopia!" And there's a big round of applause, and people cheer. "I am Dr. Malthusius, and you will not believe what your eyes behold today. I give my personal guarantee that you will be astonished, astounded, and amazed."
It's probably the goblin.
He says, "Grunny, bring forth our first peculiarity." He comes out with a.
Oh, I hope it's a three-legged bird.
He could not open with that. Surely they are saving it for later.
Oh, right. It's probably the finale.
Wow, I really hope the three-legged burger is the worst thing we see. If that's the best one, this is going to be a really sad freak show. I don't know.
The dwarf comes out leading on a leash a dog, and the dog appears to have one of its eyes is wounded and grown over and matted with fur. And he says, "Behold, a one-eyed dog! Have you ever seen a cyclopean dog before? No, never, except at Dr. Malthusius' Zoocopia. Fear not, he
That's
is
just
like
a
any other
dog
dog."
whose eye you cut out.
he brings
Boo!
the dog kind of walks around the circle.
Aw.
There's a mixed reaction. Some people laugh. Some
This is,
join you in booing.
It's
Says,
pretty sad.
"Oh, fear not, my friend. This is but the first marvel. There is so much to come. Grunny, bring forth the Shaggy Boy." And he he opens up another cage, and this person walks out, kind of loping out, long-armed and just covered in hair. And he says, "Behold, this poor child has grown hair across his entire body."
Oh.
And you can see that indeed this very hairy-looking person walking around, kind of being led by the hand, holding hands with Grunny. It has long, loping arms, and it kind of walks with this kind of weird loping sway. And he walks around, and some people gasp and some clap, and the response is a little bit better, but still a bit mild. "Well, the Shaggy Boy, I'm sure, delights crowds far and wide, but I know a discerning audience when I see one. You are here for something truly unusual, something that you will never see in another place, some odd malformity of nature that astounds. Grunny, bring forth the three-legged goblin." Dwarf walks out,
Oops.
opens up a cage, grabs a length of chain and starts yanking, and he pulls out, you can see indeed what appears to be a goblin, a fairly small, kind of runty even for a goblin, green-skinned creature, but indeed seems to have 3 legs. And he kind of yanks on the chain, and the creature seems to be resisting a bit, so he's kind of trying to pull him out into the center of the stage for everybody to see. And there's a lot of
Where the-
gasps.
Where does the third leg come from? I'm sorry. Like,
From his pelvis.
are we talking like three-legged race kind of deal?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Sorry. I just
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
figure
it kind of
Yeah,
walks with
yeah.
this really weird gait, but it actually looks like maybe it's real.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Indigo's freaking
Grunny-
out.
Grunny
Indigo's
gives a sharp yank on the chain, and suddenly it pops and snaps free, and the goblin goes rolling backwards. There's a gasp from the crowd, and Grunny looks over at the ringleader, kind of stunned for a moment, and the creature goes running back towards the back wall. And the guy says, "Grunny, you fool! Stop it! Catch it!" And then there's a big suddenly uproar as everybody realizes that perhaps this wasn't actually planned. And lots of shouts as people point, and some people get up to go run after the creature. Are any of you guys doing anything?
Clap.
I'm beginning to think that this show isn't ethically sound.
I feel like we need to free the freaks. I'm gonna go free the freaks.
You know, I support freeing the freaks. Yeah.
I'm freeing the dog that he obviously mutilated,
Yeah.
and I'm freeing whatever the. Yeah, we're doing this. Come on, Bruno, let's
Yeah.
go.
All right, yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, you get up in the commotion and move your way back towards the crates, and you can see actually huddled behind them as you Yeffy, as you go to like open the crate of the dog with the one eye and who's clearly just been mangled. You can see back in the corner the shifting movement of the three-legged goblin. You can see that he's wedged himself much as you are able to do into a very small spot, kind of a little bit away from where the rest of the crowd is actually currently shouting, and you can hear the wails of the ringleader. "Grunny, you blasted idiot! You can't let it escape. It's our most valuable possession."
Oh. So I guess there is no three-legged bird.
What do you do, Yeffy?
Is there like a tarp or something?
Yeah. There's bits of some of the cages are covered in bits of burlap sacking or whatnot.
Cool. I'm gonna kind of mosey on over there and just throw the tarp over the goblin.
So he's
Like,
wedged himself kind of behind some of the crates. It's really kind of. So you grab a piece of
Bruno, come on, help me
Call him
out.
like a
grab
cat?
a piece of burlap to try and go cap
the goblin, okay?
Hey, little buddy, come on.
He, as soon as you grab the burlap and approach the goblin, he actually bolts right at you. Make me an agility test, Yeffy.
Oh God, no! I hate goblins. But also,
Yeffy's gonna get killed by a goblin.
I am probably. It's
You
a
know,
12.
What a way to go.
It's a 12. Okay. He nearly bowls you over. You realize he's able to move incredibly quickly, but as he passes you by, you can see, that the three legs are definitely looks like a real goblin with actually three legs. He kind of rushes past you. There's a shout from your side as the crowd sort of seems to see it and rushes over, and you can see the ringleader, sort of holding Grunny by an ear, dragging him over. Go, catch it, you fool! The creature rushes over and runs towards the corner, just where the tent and the back wall of the stone wall of the outer wall of the town meet, and it dives into a dark spot over there. What do you do?
Be free, little guy. I'm gonna go save that dog.
Excellent. You open the cage door of the dog, and the dog just kind of comes out and just kind of like starts licking your hand.
Great. Shoo, be free.
Yeah. It keeps it keeps jumping at your hands.
Yeah.
Just take the dog. Just take it.
pick it up.
Indigo, Bruno, and Trebbiano, and do anything else?
I'm gonna help Yeffy take the dog.
Okay.
I'm gonna run after the goblin.
Excellent. Bruno, give me a intelligence test, Bruno.
Ha! Natural 1.
Excellent. You go running over to where you last saw the goblin, but you're looking there and you're like, there's no goblin here. Treviano, were you doing anything?
Not a damn thing.
Invisible.
Okay. Great. The crowd comes rushing over, so led by the ringleader and the dwarf. They kind of converge right on where you are, Bruno. Yeffy, at this point, no one's really paying attention to you and the dog, and you're like, if the stupid dog would just leave, it would be free. But it continues to bound at you and lick at your face and just seems very excited for you to be there. And then finally, at one point, you push it down, and it just kind of rolls over on its back and shows you its belly.
Okay, that's great, Doc. I'm going to try to find the hair child to also
Excellent.
sleight of hand unlock that cage. Maybe the hair child and the dog can go run off. Go, Fett!
Hair child.
Bruno, the ringleader, comes up to you. You there, child! Where did it go? Did you see it?
It went that way. Yeah, I just pointed to a different direction.
He looks over. What? Where? I don't see it. Damn you, Grunny, you fool! And he kind of cuffs Grunny on the side of the head, and Grunny goes rolling into the wall and kind of smacks his head into the rock. And he oh, master, look, there's a grate here. Look, it must have gone through here. And you can see that indeed that at the base of the wall here, there's an opening with some metal bars, and one of them is kind of broken and jagged. What? And he runs over there and
Wow.
starts peering. The ringleader starts peering down into the hole.
This is a way better escape than I thought the goblin was going to make.
No, my goblin! Blast! Damn!
Actually, sir,
What?
what's that goblin worth to you?
It's my most prized creature. People come
'Cause
far
I'm-
and wide to see him.
I'm pretty small.
Hmm.
I could maybe fit down that grate. Maybe
I don't
catch
know.
it for you for a little.
Yes. All right. Well, I'll give you 50 Carls if you can catch him.
Oh my god.
1 second.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it. Yeah. Great. Let me
Well,
just go round
go.
up my goblin. Well, I just got to go round up my goblin cash and companions.
I thought you were going
We're
to
sort
go
of
in the
a-
hole.
Yeah, I am, but I have a whole. We had a whole operation. You know, it's a multi-person endeavor.
Damn it. At this point, some of the watch approach, and so having heard the commotion, they come over and they're like, what's going on? What's all the fuss? And then the ringleader and Grunny and some of the crowd who've stuck around all start trying to tell the watchman at the same time what's happened, and it's chaos. Bruno, what are you doing?
I run back to everyone else.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's freeing the monkey or whatever.
Hey, Bruno, look at this dog. Look at this great dog.
You know, I'm more of a cat person. Yeah, look at that tongue just flopping out. Yeah, all dirty. Yeah. Anyway,
But that's where he keeps his money, Bruno.
dogs don't have money. They're dumb. They don't know how to make money or spend it. They're stupid, dirty creatures. They're gross. Look at this one. It's gross. Look at it rolling around in the dirt.
Yeah, I found something rolling in it.
You've got you have the cage to the shaggy child open, but the creature is like backed into the back corner of its cage, and it seems like very trepidatious of you.
You're free, buddy. Better get out of here. Take the dog with you.
Kind of
boy.
hoots at you a little bit, and then tries to make itself smaller back in the corner of its cage.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave the door open, and wander away.
Okay,
Maybe leave some Reese's Pieces out there for it.
excellent.
I've got some raw garlic. Maybe it will
Should've-
like. You want some garlic? Huh?
Ooh,
Huh?
should have saved that
Garlic, buddy?
sausage.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be reacting. It continues to
All right.
cower.
Is
cower
the
from
drunk
you.
friend around?
You are not seeing him actually in the bustle. You seem to have lost sight of him.
Barl Wilson.
What you
I
can
was
see
being
at this
favored.
point now is that the watch and are now continuing to talk to Dr. Malthusius and the dwarf, and they seem to be talking about going back to the festival court to go and talk to the justice to make a claim of loss. And the Dr. Malthusius seems just completely bewildered and upset.
Hey, friends, that guy will pay us 50 Carls to bring the stupid goblin back. And it went down that grate, and Yeffy and I could probably squeeze down the grate, just grab that thing. Easy money.
Yeah, I probably could fit. Yeah, I know I could fit down there. But I'm having a moral problem.
Oh, it's okay. Goblins are evil.
I know I don't like goblins.
yeah.
They're really
Yeah.
smelly. I don't like them.
They're really
my
bad.
people fought them for a really long time, but
Yeah,
he is
yeah.
kind of torturing these creatures. I mean,
Well, he's keeping them in cages.
yeah.
That's
Well,
bad.
yeah, I mean, we free the dog.
He's
Yeah,
also seemed to have enslaved one of my people as well. The guy calls him master, like he's it's freaking me
He
out.
seems to be just a loyal
Is he?
employee.
Yeah, you think
Yeah.
so? You think he's gonna
Yeah.
pay?
You smack loyal employees.
Yeah, I don't think so.
When they let your goblin loose, sure, you know. Look, I'm not
been
saying
taken
we gotta, write the guy's eulogy. We just gotta catch his goblin and we bring it back.
And then free it later.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, probably the goblin's gonna escape. Like, it's a goblin. That's kind of what they do. They're horrible. Ooh,
Also, it's a goblin kind of running loose in the sewers of the city now.
pretty bad.
Yeah. Maybe he's probably happy there. I mean,
I guess we
Goblins
could
are
also
wicked
just go to
creatures.
those lawyers and just get Indigo's money and just not worry about this situation. Yeah.
Yeah, but 50 Carls.
That's a lot of, that's pretty good.
That's a lot of Carls.
Pretty good.
now,
Let's
Oh,
put
I
it to a
forgot.
vote.
oh boy.
Oh.
Who wants to go
Well-
into the sewer and try to catch a horrible, horrible
Just
monster with 3
before
legs?
we vote,
and
I just wanna
wrench
point-
back
there-
up here?
There are 4 of us, so,
So,
it might be an even, if it goes
What does that
2-2.
Well,
Like,
just
there are
don't do
2
that.
votes. Well, okay, but you don't know up front what the vote's gonna be. So you can't
What?
say, if 2 people want to get the goblin, 2 people don't, then we're at an impasse.
Well, yeah, but just like one of those people
isn't that
either
what boats do?
chooses to not want to get the goblin, or
But that's-
the other way around.
But what if they don't? What if we're split on it? We should define a tiebreaker up front. Like if it's split, the drunk dwarf decides or whatever.
The trunk,
The one who we freed, yeah.
is he here? He's gone.
Well, we need to add another member to the voting
Let's just vote.
body.
Who does it? Who wants to go get this goblin? There we
Okay,
go.
fine. We'll go get the nasty, dirty
Oh,
goblin.
Yeah. Let's go.
I
call
know.
the
that was
sewer.
I know, Bruno. I know. My vote doesn't count.
What? Why wouldn't your vote? Your vote counts.
Hmm.
I mean, you lose, but it does.
When was the
count.
last time my opinion even mattered to you? Let's go get the goblin.
It's not. That's not a democracy. It's not about opinion. All right.
You better
let's go down.
buy her something very nice with this money.
Hmm.
That we are going to get from getting this goblin out of the sewers. What could go wrong?
This is an important adventure. I think we need to participate.
Oh
I
yeah.
also want to point out, just for a minute,
We certainly could just let this go.
this guy is off talking to the watch right now, and he has 50 Carls. Where do you think he keeps that money?
Get out of town.
What do you
Oh.
mean?
Hmm.
You just want to steal from him? He's talking to a
You're
cop.
already- You're already
Oh.
stealing from him.
Well, we'd be doing a service, and he'd be paying us for it. That's not really stealing. I'd steal from
I'm
him.
not
That's
good at
fine.
stealing.
Yeah.
If you want to steal from him, I mean,
Then we kind of like double justice. Like we freed the
I could
creatures.
You,
stole
you,
his
you realize you're
ill-gotten
having
goods.
this conversation in the middle of the tent, and there's still people around.
Hi,
There's a lot
everyone.
of chaos. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I have
Kind
not
of a
seen any
1-2
mutations
punch.
since that time on the coach. Scary things.
Oh, the goblins probably mutated by chaos. That's an interesting point.
By what?
It's possible. It's possible none of us should be around it because it's a horrible mutant.
They're not
well, if
contagious, are
it's a
they?
mutant, then we
Oh no, it's like
Get rid of
super contagious.
Oh! I do not want to go near that thing, no! What if Salty
Oh.
gets a third leg?
And now there's a split vote. This is exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, okay, if we steal... If he puts on her disguise, then she steals from him. If she loses, we go back later and she is normal, Yaffi, and nobody gets hurt. It's fine.
We go down a sewer grate, and we all have 3 legs.
Is there something we could put on that wards off chaos? The thing that... No? Okay.
That's how
Holy
religious.
symbol of Sigmar.
Just be...
You've heard of certainly holy wards, or either there are wizards who sometimes have magical charms that can ward off chaos.
Can't trust
But
wizards.
or some
Not
holy
doing any
relic
of
of
that shit,
Sigmar. Yep.
Oh man.
So you want to go get the goblin?
Yeah, let's just rob the guy. It's easier. It's one less step. Yeah.
I'm afraid of growing an eyeball out of my cheek.
I'm really afraid of that now, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, where's this guy's caravan?
As you recall, he's moved his wagons to make them part of the physical barrier between the outside festival and the inner area where you are standing right now, where the show was. So you can see all his crates and whatnot are lined up against the back wall there. Then forming a semicircle around that are 2 wagons that are kind of hitched together. Sort of the whatever beasts pulled them are not here currently, and they've been turned to face each other so that where the animals would get hitched is facing each other, and sort of all that hitching is kind of in place. So 2 big wagons, and then some poles that are holding up bits of canvas tenting to make the rest of the semicircle to close off the spot.
We keep all
And
this
then
money.
of course there's wooden benches all around, and
Okay,
Maybe,
cool.
maybe one of us should cause a distraction.
You get a shimmy up near there. Give me some cover. I'll squeeze in between the bars.
Oh,
Okay.
I can cause a distraction.
Nice.
Indigo stands up from petting the dog, which I imagine he's been doing the whole time, and points to one of the corners of the tents and says, "Oh, there's the goblin! There it goes!"
excellent. Indigo, give me a fellowship test. I will give you a +4 for highly believable distraction.
Great. That's a 16.
Oh, that's
Excellent. Okay, so there's a few people still loitering around, kind of maybe some people hoping that the freak show was going to continue, perhaps at some point, and they perk up and they go rushing over to where you're pointing. And Yeffy, what are you doing while this is happening?
I'm slinking over to where the 2 wagons are facing each other, and I'm gonna shimmy my body up and around, and to get into one of the entranceways.
Okay, give me an agility test.
Cool. With my contortionist.
Sure. Yep.
Oh no, that would be a 6.
Excellent.
Yes,
You
of
managed.
course.
You managed to kind of squeeze through some of the hitching and get up onto what is essentially the spot where whoever would drive the wagon would be. And then you turn around and you realize that you're in full view of the huge crowd of people that are crowding the streets of the festival. And you realize that this side is way more exposed than the other side. And that the festival clearly has gotten much more crowded. since the show started.
Oh, this isn't a bathroom. Gotta go. Slick back down.
You see one of the watch actually standing there looking at you, and he points at you. He's, "You there, dwarf? What are you doing?"
Oh, I was helping out Grunty. There, he's looking for that goblin. He forgot a rope, so I'm getting it for him. Yeah, I'm trying to find a bathroom.
Give me a fellowship test, yeah.
I know. With all that extra pausing, it was great. I rolled a 19.
Ooh.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
Excellent. They say, they've gone to the justice. Come, climb down. He actually comes over and holds up his hand to you. Here, I'll help you down. I'll take you over there. Don't worry, madam. I will show you where your husband's brother, cousin.
I'll
bring it to your cousin. Come with me. Come with me, miss.
I still have to get that rope.
Oh, I'll help you. He climbs up.
Thank you.
Climbs up there. He starts poking around. Let's see if there's actually a rope here. Here it is. Pulls up a coil of rope. I found it. Don't worry. Here it is.
You're so charming.
Oh, I'm happy to be of help, miss.
Yes.
The rest
humans.
of you can all at least hear this happening. What are you guys doing?
Oh, Christ.
So things are going well with Yeffy, it sounds like.
Indigo, there's a group of people like poking around where you were looking, and they're now looking back at you, being like, "What? I don't see him. Where?
I thought I saw it.
Every big man sound.
Yeah.
I run out to where Yeffy went to the carts.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't gonna work. Whatever. I run up
as you run out there, you can see the watchman kind of holding a rope in one hand and helping Yeffy down from the cart with the other. Come, miss, I'll show you. I'll bring you to the justice where your cousin is. I know it's confusing. The festival can be very overwhelming with all these people here. I shall lead you there personally.
I take a moment to appreciate how Yeffy really cleans up with the taller men. All right, I run up. Officer!
What?
My dad was stabbed by the escaped goblin.
What?
Oh,
Stabbed him
no.
with his little goblin spear. And then he stepped on it with his 3 goblin legs.
He turns to the other watchman saying, "There's Jens! Go help this young child while I help this dwarf."
No,
Yes,
it's like 2. It's gonna take 2 people. He's got 3 legs.
Take 2. Oh, that poor man.
Surely you can find your own way to wherever. There's a goblin on the loose, a mutant goblin.
I can find
roll
my
me,
cousin on my own.
Roll me a fellowship there, Bruno.
I've been rolling pretty well today, so this
Yeah.
should be good. Ooh, 12.
12.
You.
Jans comes up to you and he's like, "I've got it, no problem. Come on, young sir." And he grabs your hand, and the two of you, and he kind of drags you back into
What child is bald? How does everyone buy this?
Children are often bald.
Lice. Lice happens, right? So he comes. So Bruno and one guard come walking back, rushing back into the tent where Trebbiano and Indigo are, and he's looking around. He's like, "Where's the foul creature? Where's the wounded man? Where?" Meanwhile, Yeffy, this guy is trying to lead you to the justice. Are you going along with him, or are you trying to escape?
I'm gonna be kind of creepy. And she's like, "Oh yeah, so how long have you been here? Huh? Oh, do you work out? You seem to have a tight pecs. I've never seen pecs that big before. Those are interesting, huh? So you do your liver."
Roll me a fellowship test.
What's the opposite of fellowship?
I think that just to claim the stakes here, you're trying intentionally to be creepy. So success is that you actually like put him off, whereas failure is he's into it.
17.
Okay. He's like,
Nice.
well, yeah, well,
No,
just
I had a human boyfriend once, He tried
Oh.
to bite me a couple of times, but I was into it, So if you're into it, I'm into it.
well, see, oh dear, I think I have got to go and help Jens with that wounded man. You just look
Uh-oh.
straight down this path here, straight down. You see that red pennant? That's the justice's table, and just go there and tell them you're looking for your cousin. I'm sure they'll help you. Good luck, and he gives you a little pat on the back. Goes
Oh, that's nice. That's
rushing back in the other direction.
Try to hold his hand.
Yeah.
Bye.
He runs off. Meanwhile, back in the
Character is
tent,
atrocious.
there's another watchman here in the tent. Well, where's the wounded man? Child!
I run up to... I'm sorry. I run up to Indigo and I just kick him in the shins as hard as I can.
Ow! What the hell?
Oh! Don't worry, I brought this guard to help you after the goblin
what was
and
that for?
3 goblin legs. Oh,
What?
Dad, I'm so worried about you. And I grab onto his leg. Please, sir, help him find the goblin.
Roll me a fellowship test, Bruno.
There's no fucking way.
Here we go. Just like in real life. Gonna ace it.
Yeah.
Oh, 18.
Get out
18.
of town.
He comes rushing over Indigo and he starts like, where did it bite you? Let me see.
What?
Where-
I wasn't bite. I was just
Right on the
kicked.
leg here.
Oh,
I was just. What are you? What?
but
Kicked
that's
him with 3
nothing.
goblin
You're
legs.
fine. Don't be ridiculous, man. Stand
Whoa,
up. It's just
you.
a bruise.
Oh, thank God, Dad.
What?
Oh, I'm so glad you'll-
Oh, yes, son.
Lift me up.
Yeah,
Father. Embrace me, please.
I will. I'll pick up Bruno, but I'll pick him up like you pick up like a cat, right? Like
Yeah.
like a cat that's not into it. So just onto the shoulders,
Yeah,
just
I
arms
see.
straight out. Oh my weird, overexcited, imaginative child.
All right.
Sir, I'm
well,
sorry if he caused
you-
you any problems.
You
He's-
look like you
he gets
have it
real
in
work-
hand. I'm gonna return to my post. He walks
oh,
walks
God.
back out of the tent.
No, there it is.
Oh my god.
Shut up. Shut up.
He doesn't seem to hear you, Bruno. He's left already.
Oh. Well, guess that guard's going back now.
Yeffy,
Yeah.
where are you now that you've lost your guard? Where are you headed?
I'm gonna circle back around
Okay,
to these
okay.
guys to tell them of my shame.
Okay, you circle back, and as you approach the tent where the freak show was, you can see this other guard leaving the tent and then walking back to where he was posted, where you saw him earlier watching the wagons.
So did you get his money? Because we did a pretty good scheme in here, even though Indigo refused to hug me.
No.
happening?
No, Bruno, I failed. Okay? Alright?
What?
Just stupid human guys helping me out or whatever, being all sorts of nice to me. Had to get him to go away. Finally got him to go away by, like, bringing up my ex.
I don't know, but I don't. That's fine.
What?
It was a good scheme. I thought we had it this time. It was kind of
Nah.
seat of our pants, but
So what is your
What if
plan
we
now?
What if we just go visit the lawyers tomorrow?
yeah.
Mm.
We can take this dog,
I like
Nah,
your
Right.
I don't want that dog.
right? It's a good dog. It's only got one eye.
dog.
Like,
How
we could
is
get
this
an
dog
iPad.
like on the brink of death?
Dog looks fine. It's missing an eye.
Dog
And it's
looks
all-
semi-fine,
You know,
precisely.
it's missing an
Definitely
eye.
fine.
But other than that, it seems happy. Seems well fed. Seems to like people.
I need a drink.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah.
dwarves, Where's that drunk one?
Nah, he's probably drunk.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
you haven't seen him in a while.
Nice. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's get Yeppy a drink.
Ooh, beer tent.
Beer
Yeah.
tent.
Okay, you
Me-
leave the freak show and head over towards the beer tents.
That was an hour well spent, I think.
That was good times. You know, our moment of activism.
Immediately overwhelmed by petty greed.
Excellent. You head over
You
to
have
the beer
this dog
tents.
now.
And you find that that you can get fairly sizable cups of beer for a penny apiece. It's a shilling for the cup, but you get it back if you return the cup.
Ah.
I like
All right, I'm in. Yeah,
And then it's a penny for the beer.
Oh, yeah.
I get a cup.
Yeah, but lots of people it seems like there are a couple of these scattered throughout the fairgrounds, and there are plenty of people, revelers, hanging out, talking about it. There's some muttered conversation about the freak show, being disrupted just as it was starting to get good.
Fair enough.
And some folks hoping that it will pick up again tomorrow. There's other folks talking about the results of the early morning joust, that it was the squire's joust today, but the lords are supposed to be on the field tomorrow, and they're very excited about that.
Oh, is the fest multiple days?
It's 3 days.
Oh,
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
it was
I thought it
one
was
day.
just
today. Yeah.
No, I think it says right
Oh.
on your
Yeah.
your
It's
That would make
on
sense.
your little flyer there.
I can't read, so.
Yeah.
My
yeah, it's
reading
pretty
comprehension is pretty minimal.
My memory is bad, so between all of us.
good. Excellent.
So,
Yeah.
what's the plan? I will, after we all have our cups and the beers
Yes,
inside
excellent,
of them.
Excellent. You
Um,
have
yeah,
you have
nice.
some beer.
Cheers to the
Bring a
goblin,
dog.
three-legged
To
goblin.
the goblin!
Goblin.
Yeah.
That little jerk.
So what do we name the dog? First things first.
Is the dog with us? Do we have?
Yeah,
Can we shake
yeah.
the
Dog followed you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dog,
unless
yeah.
unless you tried to get rid of him, he's following you around.
Oh, absolutely not.
You know,
Let's call him eye
really
We
patch.
should name him.
Ooh, eye patch.
Get him we can get him an eye patch.
We could get him an eye patch. I don't think dogs like wearing eye patches, for the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we could teach him to wear an eye patch.
What if we call him like big old Dumbo, like just big stupid dog?
Stop projecting, buddy. It's okay. We're gonna get an eye patch. for the dog.
PSD.
Yeah, Bruno. You don't have to hate everything bigger than you, okay? Like,
This is
the
dog
dog
bigger
is larger than you, okay? That's okay.
Yeah, it makes me nervous. I just want to yip at him, you know? And make him go away. I want to crawl into a corner, make him scoot out of here, dog. Yeah. All right, eye patch it is then.
All right.
What about
Put it
patches?
on my gear.
Patches. I like patches.
A little
Patches
shorter.
the dog.
It's a little shorter.
Patchy.
You know, we should figure out who he is. We should drink a lot of beer. We should get
Yeah.
some good food.
Oh yeah.
We maybe should see those lords fight each other, see who gets a head injury, see if they remember anything after the head injury. You know?
What?
Get-
Specific, but all right.
Yeah. Maybe they know who you are or are supposed to be.
Hmm.
How would
Maybe.
concussions help there?
Well, people who have concussions forget a lot about their relatives and other people that they did that day.
I'm for this plan. I don't know what it is, but I'm down.
And we get to watch a joust. I mean, jousts are fun.
You said you don't
Yeah.
joust.
I don't, but I like watching.
That's true.
Yeah, sometimes
wonder
the
if
horse
at
runs
this
over
point-
people.
You know, should we be laser focused on the Indigo being caster plan here?
Have we
Should
ever
get
been
enough
laser
into-
focused?
No,
Unlike
but
anything.
I mean, look where it's gotten us. I don't like. It's not
Pretty
like we've
far.
had a rousing
Far,
series
yeah.
of successes.
Bruno, I'm going to be honest with you. I have more money now than I've ever had in my entire life. So
Well, I don't. I have
things
no
are turning
health.
out really good.
I have no money.
So
That
mad.
I lost track of the halfling doctor lady.
No,
But you
sad.
have that shiny new cutting device.
I got this stupid little knife. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this.
Well, she used it, so clearly it is better than the one you are using.
That.
I'm excited to watch you work your magic with this new apparatus. I think you should be happy.
Yeah, for being happy, Bruno.
The only one trying to find negative things in the world, Bruno. It's treating you well, and you just keep setting it aside.
This is why
Grow
I
up,
hate
Bruno.
drinking with you guys. It's always therapy session. Every time at one beer in, it's all these are your problems. You know.
What?
You know,
Normally
I'm
it's
sick of
just
this dog. I'm sick of this tent. I'm gonna go find the lawyers. I don't need anyone else. Yeah,
Wow, rude.
I get a beer for the road.
Okay.
I drink a second one because I want my shilling back,
Yep.
and then I leave.
Roll me a toughness
Bye.
test, Bruno.
oh,
Toughness, you say?
Yes, toughness, please.
I'm pretty good at that statistic. Yeah. 3.
Okay, you are after downing 2 beers in rapid succession. You're starting to feel it. You find as you get up and you go to return the cup to get your shilling back that you're a little unsure of your footing.
This is a perfect time to storm off on my own and find some lawyers.
Excellent.
Yeah. What's the? Do we remember the name of the lawyers? Does Bruno have the letter?
it was no. I have the letter, but
Oh.
Bruno is the one who reads it.
Can't.
I
Is he
can
the only
read.
one of us that can read?
Oh,
Treviano
Treviano
can
can
read.
Ugh.
Great. So
I'm gonna go to the bathroom since I'm storming off.
Excellent.
Have fun.
Bruno storms off. What is everybody else doing?
I mean, we could just ask around here to see if anyone knows the lawyers.
Around the beer tent.
Sure.
There was a location associated with where they were, right?
Like
Like a more
think just-
specific location?
I think
No?
just Bogenhofen.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh, Garten Veg.
Yeah, yeah, we know where that is.
The Veg. They're on the
The
Veg.
bag.
One of the Vegs. Not the main Veg. I think it was the other Veg. Hold on.
It's a separate one. Yeah, consult the map
give me a
that I
second,
think
I have
Jess
the
is
map.
posted here.
Excellent. Here,
Exciting.
I've got the map open over here. All right, so you start looking over your map of Bogenhofen,
The Bogue.
or just generally talking to people about where things are. In fact, Indigo, do you talk to people? I guess actually, or are you trying to keep this just between the 3 of you?
I'll ask around.
Okay.
I'll ask around about where Garten Veg is.
Give me a fellowship test, Indigo, and you can use your gossip skill.
Nice. I rolled a natural 1.
Oof.
So 3.
Yeah, sorry.
I see the map.
Here in the beer tent, unfortunately, most people have no idea what you're talking about, and you find that most of them are themselves not from Bogenhofen. And many people have come from out of town to come to the festival itself, and they're like, "Sorry, friend, I don't know the Bogenhofen."
Huh.
Should we go to the Gottenplatz, the main Platz area, and then ask someone for directions there? That's a
Yeah.
bad idea, because then Bruno will be gone forever.
Bruno will get
Yeah.
lost, get abducted. They'll think he's a child.
We should have put a chip in him.
Should one of us have gone after him?
I don't.
We'll
I
pick
don't
him up
know.
later. We'll pick him up when we're done drinking.
We know where the stocks are. Let's just go there after whatever we do.
I
Maybe
don't
they have,
see
like, I also don't see it.
Garten Veg on the map. I see Gottenplatz.
Gottenweg. It's probably around the Gottenplatz,
Probably.
right?
Yeah.
Because
Alright. Do-
there's Platzweg. Yeah,
All right,
that's
so
probably
it's so
it.
it's
Oh, yeah, that's
late in
probably
the
it.
afternoon, maybe getting close to dinner time at this point, as you've had your drinks and you've talked to some of the people here. Do you guys have a plan? You know what you're gonna do? If not, I will jump to. You guys can think about it for a minute, and I will jump over to Bruno. Bruno,
Well, he's not here, so.
He's back.
he's back.
Oh, whoops. I
Bruno.
just assumed you were gone forever.
Bruno, you storm out. You storm out a little tipsy, making your way into the crowd who's milling about. You can see that it's starting to get towards dinner time. It's getting a little later. The sun is dropping, and you can tell that the festival is kind of winding down for the day. A lot of the people who are running stalls are like closing up their tents or tying them shut. Although the crowd seems to be bigger than it was before. There's still a lot of people here, a lot of people milling about, and some of, especially like the beer tents, are definitely wide open and still serving away. And you notice more hawkers roaming around, just selling, fair food, rat on a stick, or various fried breads and etc.
Oh man, nothing like being 3 feet tall in a huge crowd of people.
Yep. And tipsy to boot. So where are you headed, Bruno? What's your plan?
Tipsy and crotch height.
Name of my next album. Well, I'm looking for a lawyer, so I'm going to go to that Lord's Pavilion.
The Lord's Pavilion.
Like where they were doing the...
Where the jousts are?
No, where they were doing the legal stuff.
Oh, where they're doing the legal stuff.
Things.
Okay,
yeah.
yep. To the justice. So you head over there.
Lawyer of my own. I don't even need to go.
You head over there, and you can see that there are the stocks, and there's various members of the watch here, and you can see the old gray-beard fellow in the robes sitting behind a table, seem to be busy with some paperwork and whatnot. Who do you approach?
I just go right up to the guy in the robes.
Oh, excellent! You bustle right up to the table, past some of the guards who don't seem to notice you perhaps because of your stature. You make your way over there, and reeking of alcohol. What do you say?
Hey, I tug on his robes.
Who are you?
I am looking for a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Yeah.
I am a justice, not a lawyer.
That's fine. I need a lawyer.
Why is that? Are you being sued?
No.
Have you performed on any illegal activities? And at this point, a couple of the guards kind of start to pay attention and lean in.
How drunk am I?
You're feeling it. You're not sloshed, but you feel good, and you're a little unsure of your footing.
Have I done anything illegal? It's a difficult question to say. What's legal and illegal these days in these crazy times, right?
Well, he pulls out a giant book.
Oh no!
Humps it onto the table. Quite a lot.
Oh, I thought you were gonna hit me with the book and try to squash me like a bug.
What? No, of
That's
course
not the first time that's happened. Woo.
Are you in legal trouble? You have a suit you wish to bring forward? Is that why you're looking for a lawyer? It's not
Yes.
really festival. Is it festival business?
Well, what I thought was my best friend got a dog, which I hate.
That's not illegal. Surprisingly, that one is not in the books.
Oh, well, he did. I think we stole it. Huh?
Now
That's
stealing
a
a dog
right?
is
Yeah.
that is a problem. Excellent, excellent. I see.
No,
and
you're
you wish
sicking the
to
fuzz on us?
you wish to sue him for theft of livestock. He starts flipping through the pages.
Well, it's a dog. I don't.
What is the perpetrator's name?
I can't say.
Why not?
I can't pronounce it.
What does he
I've always
look
just-
like? Can you describe him?
Well, he's really tall. He's like
Tall?
5 feet tall. Yeah.
That's not very tall.
And the bottom of his chin, it looks just smooth. It's like a smooth chin. And that's basically what I've seen most of the time, so I think he's got a mole here. Ish. Mole are you writing that down? Mole on the chin area.
No. Borgen, he turns to one of the watch. Will you escort this fellow away, please? And this kind of large watchman comes in and he's, all right, move along, move along.
I haven't found. I still need this lawyer.
What? Well, you'll not find one here. Move along, please.
No, I need to find Dietrich Barl, a lawyer.
Never heard of him. Move along, please.
So that's why I went to ask the guy in the robes. People in robes know lawyers.
Justice.
Buddy, hey!
Justice, do you know this? What's the name again?
Dietrich Barl.
Dietrich Barl? Never heard of him. All right, move along, please. Move along.
Fine. Okay, I'm also looking for a halfling doctor. She's about my height. She's a lady. She's a doctor. Her name's Elvira or Evie or it started with an E. There can't be that many of those around, right? Because I've never seen a halfling lady. Yeah. Anyway.
Yes,
Lady
yes,
halfling
that is. He looks at you. Yes, that is a physician. Who is from north, I think. Who's operating a stall. A halfling lady. I think that is on the books. What?
Oh, definitely. Just point me in that direction, and then tell me how far to go in halfling paces.
Beauregard, bring him to the market. Yes,
Yeah,
all right, come on.
All right.
And the watchman escorts you right back to where you originally met the halfling woman. Now, her stall, of course, is closed up, as are many on this street. And the Borgin brings you up to that road, and he's, it looks like she's closed for the night. Best try back in the morning.
What? Do you know where she
Claps
lives?
you.
Do you have that written down?
What? No, of course not.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
I got chilling. Chilling, if you know where she lives.
I don't know. Go and sleep it off, and come back in the morning.
All right. I just go and lay down right in front of her stall.
Oh my lord.
Wow. Don't forget, Bruno is a gentleman, which is why he doesn't have to wash his hands.
He kind of just shrugs and stomps off and leaves you there. Meanwhile, back in the beer tent, Indigo, Yeffy, Trebbiano, do you guys have a plan?
How about this? We finish festing today. We find an inn near the Garten Weg. Stay there. First thing in the morning, we go to the lawyer. Do our lawyerly business. Go to the joust.
That sounds right to me, but we still do not know where Bruno is. Are we just going to assume that he will have the same plan as we have?
No, we should go get Bruno, I guess.
We do not know how many... Well, we know there are shady characters around. He could get himself killed.
Yeah. I mean, he won't get himself robbed, to be honest. Because all of his money is in his mouth. I guess he's right about that.
Don't.
Yeah,
don't,
but what if
don't.
he-
He did not win. No.
What
Let's
if he
go find
passes
him.
out?
If he passes out, well,
he's
then
very
we will
small.
never see him again. He's very small.
Will
Maybe
he
we can
swallow?
find somebody to do some sort of tracking spell.
What?
I don't know if that's a thing.
Where
can
would
just
he
ask-
go?
Yeah.
Well, he said he wanted to go find a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And he knew where
So-
we are going. Maybe he's at the...
Joust?
He could not have made it that far.
Maybe he is in the stocks.
That was my
Could be in the
guess.
stocks.
All
They
right,
do not, wait, we did not see a stock so small.
Maybe he's stalking that lady.
Oh, that's just a
Excellent.
very good
So-
idea.
You spend the rest
Well,
of the afternoon and into the evening now getting hungry, getting very much ready for supper, roaming around the fairgrounds, having this conversation. Oh, maybe he's here, maybe he's there, looking for Bruno and trying to figure out what to do. And finally, as the idea, oh, maybe he's near that where he met that woman. You do indeed find him curled up on the table. Table is overgenerous. A
On
plank
the
of wood stretched
plank
across
with the two barrels?
Yeah.
Oh my
on the two
Lord.
barrels of the plank, and he's just kind of curled up in a ball there, snoring away.
It's very
And at this
curling
point,
up in a ball.
the paths of the festival are still there's still revelers, mostly drunks at this point, moving around. Most of the stalls and tents are closed up. Clearly, it's starting to get dark. The festival is shutting down for the night. But there's still a lot of revelers moving about. But you find Bruno there asleep on the plank.
Gross.
Great. I just pick him up.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
Like a little bean.
Like a little bee.
And where do you go? You recall that you stayed at an inn last night that was quite expensive due to its proximity to the festival. And you only paid
Yeah.
for the single night.
Let's
we don't need to
go.
be near the festival. Let's just go near the weg.
Yeah. Your Gotten plots, maybe?
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
Excellent. You head back into town through the gate, up past, past the Adel Ring, up towards the Gottenplatz, and actually, north of the Gottenplatz on Handwerkerbahn, you find a small inn that is reasonably out of the way, and you are able to get yourselves a room for the night.
Great.
It's a little overpriced. It costs you a carl for the night, but it is a private room with beds for everyone, and includes your supper.
I'll pay that.
You paid for the last one. Let me
I
get
can
it.
do one.
Alright.
Didn't you get the last one, Yeffy? You bought us food. I can do this one.
Fine.
I'm confused, but yeah, alright. Here's a ding. Here's a
I know. Normally, I'm like, can't separate me from my money.
I
Fine.
think you like the control.
Always there.
It's a
There
therapy
I go.
time.
9 gold crowns, 13 shillings.
You people have so much money.
We steal a lot.
I've not stolen a damn penny. One, I just had a lot of money at the beginning of this game.
I steal a lot.
Yeah, she
I've
does.
stolen a couple.
I have never looted a body. Manan did not raise me that way. Alright. Do we sleep a good?
Yes, you have a
Yeah.
lovely night's sleep. Actually, mark your day off today. Great. And in the morning, you are roused from your slumber by the sounds of the city awakening to the second day of the festival. The crowds are thicker. More people are getting up and joining the festivities. It just seems just like yesterday, only more so. More people have arrived. There's more shouts. More vendors in the streets. It's very lively. Your little out-of-the-way inn, at least you're able to get some quiet breakfast together in the morning before you head out, but you can hear the movement of the crowd out there already as people rush to enjoy the festival.
How did we get here?
I want to ask the owner or the bartender
Hi, yes, yes,
about where I can find Garten Veg. I'm looking for a lawyer by the name of Dietrich Barl.
I don't recognize the name. Garten Veg. This is a place?
Garten Veg Bogenhofen?
Garten Veg. I mean, there is the Nunler Weg, which is just down to the south of here. I've not heard of this Garten Weg.
That's
What's the name of the
This
law?
Platzweg? Do you mean Platzweg?
The letter says
Handelsweg? Do you mean Handelsweg?
Garten
Mauerweg?
Messrs. Lock, Stock, and Barl, civil lawyers, commissioners for oaths, etc. Gartenweg.
I've never heard of this Gartenweg. You're sure it is here in Bogenhafen?
That's what the letter says.
I mean, I've lived my whole life in Bogenhafen. I never heard of it.
Huh.
Are there any streets that have many lawyers?
Many lawyers?
Near a
I mean, they're
court,
not
maybe?
that common. I would guess near the Edel Ring more lawyers tend to be more wealthy establishments, so they'd be towards the south of town.
All right, I guess we'll check there.
Sure.
Gartenweg. What
Gartenweg.
is this just a scam? Is this not real?
That
Oh,
would suck.
apple god of pie. Did we get tricked?
No, I mean, like, I was a magister, right? But was he actually a magister, or was he like a secret magister? Does that mean there's a secret lawyer?
Well, okay. That's very possible. In the event that we were...
It is?
Well,
Yeah.
look. We already know this guy's involved in the cult, right? The thing that's bugging me is, like, he has to have some import or people wouldn't be after him.
Yeah.
Like,
The thing
granted...
that's bugging me is my head.
Shh, it's okay. You had some drinks.
Go
Somebody
take a
hit me?
sippy. Go take a sippy of warm milk, little buddy, and it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be
Offices
alright.
in the fair town of Bogenhafen. Yeah, I guess let's just go to the Veg and check it, or the ring.
The plot's big,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
Garten plots.
So you spend a couple hours of the morning roaming around the streets of southern Bogenhafen. You perhaps go down the Kaufmannstrasse. The Gartenplatz is where the huge temple of Sigmar stands. You can see to the south of you there is the Edelring, which is where the wealthiest, nicest looking houses, where you can see big houses that are almost like little mansions that are surrounded by walls, their own little private walls. You walk down the Mauerweg, down towards the south, all the way up against the southern wall. Handelsweg is down there. You talk to a few different people, and you get the same story over and over again. Nobody's ever heard of Gartenweg. Nobody's ever heard of these names that you're saying.
It's not good.
What?
What?
Is it like
Indigo,
a combination? Oh, sorry,
Indigo,
go
you
ahead.
have gossip. Roll me a fellowship test with your gossip.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
12? 13.
Okay, so you spend a good chunk of the morning doing this, and it's getting close to lunchtime when you run into a gentleman by the name of Herr Pfeiffer, who is himself a lawyer.
Oh,
Nice.
just on the street I ran into this guy?
Yeah, indeed. In fact, he's on his way to the fest. One of his, he says, one of the squires of Count von Saponatheim has apparently got into a brawl last night, and he is headed out there to represent him in the makeshift festival court. But you recognize, I mean, he's wearing like lawyerly robes and the hat and all that stuff, and so you stop him in the road, and he seems happy enough to stop and chat with you, and he says, yes, you're welcome to Bogenhafen, my friends, and yes, I am a lawyer, yes, I'm off to, usually these things are done at the that building, which has a name. That's the town hall, of course. Usually these things are done at the town hall. Because of the festival, they wanted to put things right on site to quickly process any small altercations very quickly, so that they don't have to be embroiled in into all the normal process that we go through. But this man, because he's one of the accountsmen, he has some money to spend on defense. So I'm going to go and see if I can smooth things over.
Oh yes, good luck.
Oh, thank you.
I was wondering if you could help me out. I'm trying to get some business done before the jousts.
Yes.
But I can't seem to find the offices I'm looking for.
Yes, and who are the lawyers?
Dietrich Barl.
There is
Luke Stöck and Barl?
I know I've been practicing law here in Bogenhofen for 10 years now, and I've never encountered anyone with that name. I should know. There's I've definitely dealt with anyone who practices law here in Bogenhofen, and I've never heard these names.
Does do you know of anywhere that could be called Gartenweg?
Gartenweg? No, that sounds like. I mean, it's a plausible name of a road, but not here in Bogenhofen. There's no Gartenweg here. I'm sorry.
Huh.
I'm afraid perhaps you have been schnookered, my friend.
We're not
think
very
we
good
have
at this.
been schnookered.
What?
Well, if you find the perpetrators and you need representation, my name is Lambert
thank
Pfeiffer,
you.
and my offices are on the Kaufmannstrasse, and you come see me. And he shakes your
Great,
hand and
thank you.
heads back out to the festival.
Hair lawyer.
Pfeiffer?
Could you take Pfeiffer? Thank you. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
There's this halfling doctor at the fest. Can you give her this clove of garlic and just tell her it was from Bruno? Just the whole clove. Don't eat any on yourself.
Not
Bruno,
really.
this man is a lawyer.
Yeah, he can just drop it off. It'll take 2 seconds.
Perhaps you want a messenger for this.
Yeah, you're going there. Just clove of garlic.
Yeah. Well,
Ignore him, Herr Pfeiffer.
I pick Bruno up and
Thank
put
you,
him under
thank
my
you.
arm like a large melon.
Yes. You want a messenger for this? That's not really lawyers. Well, see you around.
Bye.
Fine.
Enjoy Bogenhofen.
I shake Bruno like you would discipline a squirrel or something.
So much for love. I'll just eat the garlic myself.
This is like a plan we would come up with.
To-
We would
to
send
the
some
lawyer with
rich
the
guy
garlic.
a fake letter telling them to come to Bogenhofen and then attack them on the road to steal all of their stuff.
Yeah.
So read the letter again.
Read the letter again.
Read the letter again.
I will read the letter again. The Lieberung letter.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Lieberung letter.
Dear Herr Lieberung, after many lengthy researches, we have come to believe that you are the only living relative to one Baronet Lieberung, late of the town of Ubersreich. This being the case, and do we read the whole thing, really? Okay.
So does it mention diamonds?
Last will and testament.
Or like it mentions a large sum of money. He's a last living relative, right? And he's inherited a lot of money, and he has to come to a fake location with a bunch of people, right?
You shall, yeah. Providing that you can produce an affidavit of your identity as caster Aloysius Lieberung, signed by 2 witnesses, we shall be pleased to hand over the contents to the baronet's manor house, which includes a most tastefully stocked wine cellar and various antiques. However, the house and estates are to be auctioned off in order to service the baronet's many debts. The proceeds of the sale and excess of the debts are also yours and will likely be a substantial sum.
Yeah, so maybe this is one of them letters that you get sometimes.
What year is it?
It is 2512.
Okay. So it was this year.
Huh.
So who are the other people? Those are real people, right? We
Let me
know
double
that
check
Castor.
that. Yep, 2512.
We know that Castor is a real person because
Right.
he looks like our man Indigo. So who are the other people? Where are they from? Is anyone
look like
looking
they're
for them?
from- It looks like they're from Nuln. They're Ingrid Ziekerman, a priestess of Shalia, and Oscar Helmet, Guildmaster, Merchants Guild of Nuln.
Pretty big dude. Where's Null?
I mean, but that could just be where Castor was from.
Right, so what I'm saying is if we know where he's from, maybe we can actually figure out who he is and why everyone wants to kill him if we care.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I see. So go to Nuln?
No, but that... There's no one here. If there's no actual fortune, why do we care anymore?
Because someone's trying to kill Indigo because he looks like some jerk who already died. And we don't want Indigo to die.
So we changed his face.
What?
Wear a mask.
I could regrow my mustache.
Regrow out his beautiful mutton chops and mustache. There wasn't a problem until we decided to make him look like Aloysius.
This can't be a trick.
No?
There's no...
This could be a trick.
I refuse to believe that.
There
We
was
traveled
a
all this
carriage.
way!
There was a carriage of 3 dead people in it. One was a
We
lady.
did travel all the way from Marienburg to here.
We did do that, yeah.
So it's a lovely festival. Let's go see if we can, rob some other noble who's gonna get a concussion from a horse.
It hasn't been that great.
Sorry, these are my plans, okay? This is what I have to offer.
Okay, what if we find the person whose heir you're supposed to be? Wait.
He's dead!
He doesn't
It's a will.
exist. This is his long-lost relative who has a cache of diamonds that got left to him. Have you ever gotten this letter in the mail? I have. I've written it several times.
We just... There has to be a Baronet Lieberung of Ubersreich.
I mean, does there?
Yes! Damn it.
But,
What
but
did
Baronet is dead!
Right, but if we find him, we can at least... That's a start.
Dude, what do you mean by find him? He is
We'll
deceased.
find his
He has
estate,
passed
you
on.
know?
He is no more. He has gone to meet his maker.
But if
You know.
maybe we should go to Ubersreich and find his estate and claim that we got the letter, we got the affidavit. Indigo's
the letter
the
says
heir.
come here.
Well, we tried
That's
to
the
come
issue.
here, and it didn't work. We did not get Norwegian Prince scammed.
You know, we do
For
know
15 sessions of this stupid game, damn it.
we do know another wealthy person whom we have robbed in the past who was
No.
quite lucrative.
No!
I'm just saying.
No!
The
We're
vampire!
Listen, the ghost treats me very well.
Our
He's a
two
vampire.
options cannot be the vampire or the one who doesn't exist.
Someone's just
This
jealous.
is a terrible day. This is a terrible day to be hungover.
Bruno, if we get you laid by this lady, can you shut up for 5 seconds?
No.
You have the capacity in your small form to just hold your lips pressed together and utter no sound from your vocal cords? Is that a possibility if we do this for you? If we entire Wingman as a party for you, will you shut up?
I would not feel right doing that. I'm just saying. Also,
Bad.
I don't back up bets. I can't win.
Oh, well then, this journey's been a waste for you, sweetie. Oh dear, okay. Option 1, get killed by a vampire. Become a vampire. Potentially live forever, not a bad deal. Option 2, go to fake town with fake letter about fake identity. Still pass off as dude. Maybe cool fun happen? Option 3, shoff till we droff. Option 4,
We could
throw
go get the
myself into the
goblin.
ocean. I don't know what to do, guys. This is very confusing. Option 6, I might have missed one. Option 6, go back and still try to find the purple hand cause.
Oh, the purple hand people did seem to know Indigo.
Yeah,
Yes.
and, if there are any left alive, they might be useful information-wise. But that one guy did really try to just mow through them like grass.
There'd be a
I
group
think
of people
that
who
one
also
guy is the reason wrote this fake letter to get Castor out of hiding to kill him, which he did.
Yes.
Yeah, but dude,
This isn't a plot. This isn't even a plot. This is an X plot. This is a plot that is completed. This was a successful plan by somebody else.
So,
well,
but like, why send mutants? Or were they just
yeah, we
hanging
don't know
out?
why he died in the first place. We just kind of glossed over that entire first interaction. We were like, yeah, this dead guy seems like he's dead. Let's go beat him.
I don't see the problem with that.
Oh, there's no problem. It's just we never... Was it just like a wild mutant appeared and overturned the carriage?
Or were they coming in later?
Yeah, like were they already stood up? Oh dear.
I need another beer.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You have to go soft to get another beer.
You head into the festival to go to
the fest.
Schaffenfest. And head to the beer tent. It is lunchtime. You are fairly hungry. You head over to the beer tents where you're able to get some nice beer. Also, they are also serving a nice boiled carrot stew with crusty roll for lunch, which you manage to partake of. You each spend a sixpence on lunch in addition to however much beer you wish to imbibe.
I give Patches some of the crunchy roll.
Ah, excellent, Patches. Yipping at your side. Is happily chows down on the roll soaked in a bit of the carrot stew. Slavers over you.
Great dog. I mean,
As you walk through the festival, you can see that there is in one space where yesterday was a bunch of stalls of merchants. They've cleared a large open space that's roped off, and you can hear somebody shouting, "Step right this way and make yourself 5 crowns! That's right, sir, 5 whole crowns for no more than a few minutes mild exertion. All you need to do is last 3 minutes in the ring with our champion. 5 crowns if you can last 3 minutes, 10 if you defeat him."
that's the wrestling.
Does appear to be a wrestling ring.
Oh, I want to wrestle. Get me out of this funk. Make me stop thinking of Castor.
Yeah, how did we fall for that kind of scheme? Go wrestle.
I'm gonna go wrestle. I step right up.
Excellent. You, sir, you look very strong. Do you think you could stay out of trouble for 3 minutes? It's not
3
long,
minutes,
you know.
no problem.
You can see a fairly short fellow with a big bushy mustache bounding about the ring, kind of egging on different members of the crowd. Welcome, sir, as you approach. Welcome. You wish to try your luck against our champion?
Yeah, I can take him.
Excellent. Step in. Well, you'll have to take off that. Are you wearing your armor?
I think I'm wearing my fancy clothes, but
Okay, great.
I'll like.
Not that we
I'll
need
go
those anymore,
like
I guess.
Standard standard wrestling.
All right. Well, everyone, place your bets. This fine-looking gentleman here says that he can withstand the 3 minutes with our champion. Let's see how it goes. And people start. There's a murmur from the crowd, and bets start being laid. Indigo, do you do anything to prepare yourself?
I wanna oil up my arms.
Excellent.
I have some oil.
He does.
I'm gonna get a little oiled up. I know I said I wasn't gonna get oiled up. I know I said this 2 days ago. But it just feels like a day. It just feels like I gotta do this.
Excellent. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so you disrobe a bit and oil up and get ready for the wrestling match, and suddenly there's a cheer as the man walks over to the other side of the ropes, and he kind of steps on the rope so that it comes down, and this big burly looking guy steps over the ropes and into the ring. This is our champion, Crusher, and everybody shouts and cheers.
Can we get a height comparison between small, stocky but buff Indigo and this guy?
Huge human male, looks probably in his late 30s, heavily built, stripped to the waist. He's got to be 6'5", huge broad shoulders, well muscled.
No problem. No problem.
I'm 6'5", so you can take him, Indigo.
I could take him.
Indigo, give me an intelligence test.
Yeah. 13.
Okay, you do notice he looks maybe a little past his prime. He's got a bit of a pot belly. He is breathing a little heavily.
Oh.
All right, no problem.
Excellent.
Friggin' Crusher.
Okay.
Woo! You got him.
Excellent. So, Crusher steps into the ring. The man actually produces a bell and raps it with a small hammer. Ding, ding, ding. And Crusher comes lumbering in your direction. Roll me a d6, Christian.
Yeah. Oh, is this? I got a 6.
Excellent. What do you do? He's coming your way. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoulder tackle him. Just want to tackle him to the ground.
Give me a weapon skill.
Yeah. Ha! That's a 6.
And you go in to shoulder tackle him, and you grab him on the shoulders, but he's like a brick house. He just doesn't move at all. And he reaches around and he grabs you. He grabs your shoulders, and he attempts to throw you. And you're not wearing any clothing. Do you have what's your armor class without armor on?
It's whatever. It's 9, I guess.
9.
Whatever
Okay. Yep.
unarmored it is.
Okay. Yeah. So he grabs your shoulders and he tries to twist and heave you and press you and fails to throw you. And the two of you stand there in a lock. What do you do? Round 2.
I wanna try to get his legs and get his legs out from under him and sweep him. Sweep the legs.
Excellent. Make me an attack roll.
I'm gonna roll above a. No, I rolled above a 3.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I got a 7.
All right. You attempt to sweep his legs. You kick around and catch him in the shin, and he just kind of grunts and takes it. He then lifts you up into the air, just heaves you up and throws you to the ground. Christian, you take 3 temporary wounds. So mark this somewhere else apart from your normal wounds tally. But tell me when this gets you to the point of 0. So you go slamming into the ground, and you kind of have the wind knocked out of you a little bit.
Is
Round
that the
3.
best you got?
What do you do?
Crusher.
You have to. By the way, 3 minutes is 15 rounds. We're on round 3. What do you do?
Yeah. Well, obviously I have to win because that's gonna take forever to last 3 minutes. I feel like I got him. I want to try to topple him over. I feel like he's top heavy actually, so I want to flying tackle him.
Okay, great. Give me an attack roll.
No, I got less this time. That's a 5.
You go rushing at him, and he kind of steps to the side, and you go racing past him towards the rope. He puts out a foot to try and trip you, but you kind of nimbly hop over it. It is your turn again, round 4.
Great. I'm gonna keep the momentum. I'm gonna bounce off the. I'm seeing this in wrestling. I'm gonna bounce off the ropes, turn around, and I'm gonna give him a clothesline.
Excellent.
Hey, Hey, 22.
Yes, excellent. You push into the ropes, and you realize that, of course, these ropes are very temporary and don't really have that kind of thing. But the good news is the crowd is pressed around them. So actually, you kind of push into the crowd a little bit, and they push you back, adding to the momentum. You go rushing forward, and you clothesline him. And roll me a D3 modified by strength, please.
Sure. That is 3.
3. You clothesline him right across the chest, and with a loud thump, he hits the ground. He gasps for a minute, kind of, stumbles, tries to get to his feet, and he just gets up to his feet. It is now, but he's kind of bent, hunched over, and kind of breathing very heavily. It's round 5. What do you do?
Oh my gosh. I'll give him the RKO out of nowhere, right? Obviously.
Okay.
Take him down again, because if I take him down again, surely he'll go down for good. Eat it, Crusher! That is a 14.
Yes, that hits. Roll me another D3 plus strength modifier.
Another 3.
Ooh, a heavy hit. He drops to one knee. He then reaches out and sucker punches you in the groin.
Oh!
It's a dirty blow. He gives you 4 points of damage as you reel from the hit.
Oh my god!
Round 6. What do you do?
Oh my god! This bastard! I'm gonna hit him in the face. I'm just gonna punch him in the face, this asshole. That's a 7.
Wow.
Yeah, you go to punch him in the face, and he rolls because he's on one knee. He kind of rolls. He does a shoulder roll, jumps to his feet, and then tries to kick you in the back. But you manage to dodge out of the way. Round 7.
I'm gonna chase after him. Just chase him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him in the face. 9.
Get him!
No, 9. You go running around the room, running around the ring, chasing after him. He dodges, he weaves, and then he stops and takes a swing at you. Tries to clothesline you using your own momentum, but you duck under his arm.
Ooh.
Round 8.
I want to force his back. I want to force him into the crowd, and I want to knock him out of the ring.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to rush him. 12.
12 is just enough. You got him. Roll me a D3 plus strength.
That's a 2.
Okay. You grab onto him. You kind of throw him. You try to hurl him into the crowd, but the crowd doesn't do it right. The crowd kind of surges back and just they twist him around and they push him right back at you. He comes stumbling towards you, very clumsily, trying to swing at you with a wild haymaker. Actually, he catches you with it. Amazing roll on his end. Catches you with it. A lucky glancing blow for 2 points.
Ooh. Okay.
Round 9.
Oh, you have a lot of wounds.
So he's stumbling at me. I want to. I bend over.
Both fighters are clearly fairly dazed and beaten and bruised at this point.
Yeah. I catch him on my shoulder and I want to throw him behind my back.
Excellent.
Do a flip. Oh, that's a natural 19.
Yes.
So
Roll me a
22.
D3.
4. Maximum damage. So 4 damage.
All right. He lands heavily on his back, flips up over your shoulder, lands with a loud crash on his back, and you hear the heavy grunt from him, and he just lays there. It's round 10. What do you do?
I walk over and I sort of like put my foot on his chest. I win!
Excellent. He like lifts one hand to put on your foot like he's gonna like grab it and throw you, and he just and then he taps the ground, and you can see the little man with the bushy mustache just looks irate. What's your name, sir? What's your name?
Indigo Halberstam.
The new champion, Indigo! And the crowd cheers, and there's a lot of complaints as money changes hands and whatnot.
We should have betted on this.
10 crowns, right? That's what I'm owed?
Yes, he begrudgingly counts out 10 crowns to you, and he says, "Listen." He brings you over to the side. Like, come on, I'll get my purse. And he goes and he gets it, counts out 10 crowns to you, and he says, "Will you stay and be the new champion?"
Oh, well, all day?
Yes. Well, until someone beats you.
Oh, what's in it for me? I
I
was going to go to the joust.
I'll give you. I'll give you 20% of the purse at the end of the day.
That's pretty good. Let me talk with my friends.
Very good.
Great. I'll huddle up.
He goes then and goes kind of picks up Crusher and kind of deals with him.
So that was pretty cool. I feel better. I mean, I'm feeling better about this whole being duped for months straight thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should try wrestling. Anyway, this guy wants me to stick around and be the champion. I'll make some money by the end of the day. I don't like. What's our plan? We're gonna go hunt a goblin or something. I don't want to be tied up wrestling people.
I have mixed feelings about going after that goblin.
But, like, how much are you gonna make?
20% of the pot by the end of the day. Could be
I
a
don't
lot.
know how much that is, but it sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
You know, is that more than the goblin? No, I don't want to hunt the goblin. I feel bad for that goblin. He's got a weird leg, and he's had a hard enough life as it is. I mean,
Are we going to do anything else? I don't really know what our plan is. The wind has been, I think, pretty knocked out of our sails.
probably gonna drink. Bruno is gonna try stalking that lady. I think. You know, I mean, I'll support him on however I can on that front, I guess.
Well, then I'll stick around and do some wrestling then.
I mean, those guys trying to kill you, but I guess that's not.
I can
Try
to kill-
stay and watch in case someone tries to kill Indigo.
Yeah.
Great.
Great. All right, it's settled. I turn around back to the guy with the mustache. I'll do it.
Excellent! He holds out his hand, and the two of you shake, and Indigo steps forth to become the new champion of the wrestling ring for the remainder of the festival day. Excellent. And that's, I think, where we'll wrap things up for tonight. And perhaps the rest of you can stew on your options and decide if you truly spend the rest of the day watching Indigo wrestle, or if you come up with some other plots of your own. Either way, there's still one more day of the Schaffenfest to go after this, and who knows what else might become our noble adventurers. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for 10 Dead Rats. I hope you had a good time, and we will see you next Thursday. Good night, everybody.
Yay!
Bye.